Welcome back to my YouTube channel, friends. Today we are going to learn predicates. So what is a predicates and how you can use the predicates in our JDK 1.8. Let us see with the example how predicates we can implement and how predicate will be the part of my application. Now there is a sample example is here. There is a package simple.feature and there is interface. In JDK 1.8, generally when you write interface, there you need to provide implementation for the interface. Here I write one interface and I will provide one interface implementation for this interface. Now there is a class. This is the implementation I am providing and it is implements of my interface, and I am overriding the method public boolean my test, passing the parameter, and I test this condition. If I is greater than 10, then return true, else return false. I am writing a test method public static void main to test this application. String argument passing, is equal to new my interface implementation class m dot my test and passing the value 20. I'm writing the condition for testing whether this value is greater than 10 or not. So boolean result is equal to, let's print the result. Let's save this example. Let's compile this example. Java C -d dot my interface IPL.java. We are missing one bracket there. I think this is the extra bracket that I wrote there. Compile and let's run this example. Simple dot feature dot my interface IPL. So this compile successful and run successfully also. So friends, this is how we are writing interface and providing implementation for this interface in JDK 1.7. But in JDK 1.8 you will see that if your if your interface contain only one abstract method, then you can single abstract method, then you can use this, or you can consider this interface as a functional interface. They are providing one annotation for functional interface in JDK 1.8, and you will see that wherever functional interface is applicable, there you can use lambda expression, so you need not to write this much line of code. So I am reducing this code, and instead of creating object, I will use lambda expression. Here is my interface. I'm passing this value with lambda expression. I'm testing this value I is greater than 10, and I'm calling interface method on this lambda expression. Let's save this example. Let us compile. It's compiled successfully. It is run. So it is running successfully also. So this is, friend, you can reduce the code with the help of functional interface. Now JDK 1.8 telling that if you are writing your own functional interface, better to use my own interface. So you need not to write your own interface for test such kind of small example which is returning a small method that is returning the boolean method, that is returning the boolean as the return value. So don't need to write here your own functional interface. Instead of that one, they are providing their own functional interface called interface predicate, taking parameter, and it contains one method called as test. It takes any kind of inputs and it is returning boolean and only boolean value as a return type. So this is a functional interface they are providing in JDK 1.8. Means Oracle people brings this predicate concept and predicate functional interface in JDK 1.8. So this predicate we can use here instead of writing my own interface. Here you write your own interface. You need not to. If you can use predicate, you need not to write your own functional interface. Let us use a predicate. So it is taking as integer here because I'm testing this condition for the integer type. So you need to take integer type here. If you are using string for testing the string, then you can use a here type as a string. So whenever you use predicate function, at that time you need to import the package java.util.function.predicate. This package you need to import while using the predicate functional interface. So let's say this example. Let's run this example. Java say append dot my interface here. Now cannot find the symbol. So you will see that in interface there is only one test method is there. So you have to use that test method whenever you use a predicate. So this is test method I am using here. Let's compile this example. It is compiled successfully and let's run this example. So it is run successfully also. So friends, this is how predicate you can use as a part of your application. Instead of writing your own functional interface for testing the simple condition which are returning a boolean value, or in your application wherever you write method that return the boolean value, there you can use a predicate. Here friends, if we want to test string value, then let us suppose I am passing here a string. So some value I am testing here. I want to test the length. check the length of this string value. If it is greater than 10, then it has to return true or false. So it is we are passing string value, so predicate takes this type as a string type. Let us copy, let us compile this example. Java C-D dot interface.java. npm.java. It is compiled successfully. Let's run this example. Java simple dot feature dot interface npm. So it is running successfully also. We can use predicate for testing the collection also. Suppose I have a list of string value. There are some values there. Mike, John, Mary, Peter. So from this list I want to filter out the name whose length is greater than 4. Such kind of list I want to filter out from this list. So here also we can use predicate. Let's declare the predicate. We are testing the string from that list. Return the strings whose string length is greater than 4. So from this list I want to filter out by using predicate. This is a predicate value I am passing here and collect the result. List and store this result in another list. So let's print the result. List one node for each value is system.out.println of value. Let's print the original list also. List dot for each value system.out.println value. So let's save this example. Let's compile. We need to import package. Import java.utils java.util and need to import java.util.stream because here I am using string. So I'm and list I'm using, so I need to import these two packages. Let's save this example. Let's compile. So this is the arrays. So it is compiled successfully. Let's run this example. So friends, you can let me print this out here. Filter. Filter. Let's save this example. Let's compile. Let's run. So friends, before filter you will see that this most list of values is there inside the list, and after filter you will see that Mary and filter. These are two only values are there in the list. So predicate we can use in collection also. We can also find out the collection whether the collection is empty or not. So let's create the predicate for testing the collection. This collection is empty. Here friends, let us check the collection whether it is empty or not. System.out println there is a list is written. There is a list, sorry, on this predicate I want to test whether the given list is empty or not. Let us copy, let's compile. Java C -d dot pointer is Java. We are compiling here Java C, and it is running, compiling successfully. Now let's run this example. Simple.feature. So it is running successfully. You will see that false. The list is not empty. There is a value in that empty, and it is returning true, false as a result value here. So friends, this is how you can use predicates in JDK 1.8. Now JDK 1.8 also has provide as a part of the predicate. They are providing three methods: add, or negate. This method they are providing as a part of predicate. The functionality of these methods are same like a logical operator, or, and, not. You already familiar with the logical operator. What is the operation of and, or, and not? The same operation performed by these three methods. We can use this method along with the predicate. So you can implement and, or, negate functionality in your program. Now let us take a simple example. Suppose there is a package simple dot feature. I have class test logical operator. public static void main string array of arguments. Now suppose I have array containing the value 0, 12, 24, 31, 34, 49 and 40. So these are the array. Now I need to declare two predicate. Type is integer type of predicate, and it is testing first condition I is greater than 10. And I am declaring second predicate. Even number I need to test here. If a given number modulo 2, then if remainder is 0 means we can say that this is a even number. Now here I will do test p1 dot and p2 p1 or p2 p1 dot negate. So this is how the method we can use along with the predicate. Two predicate I want to test, so in that case we can use and or a method. So let us see how you can use these methods. Public dot out dot println print greater than 10 value. So let's pass this predicate value and this value to one of the method. Public static void m1 predicate we are passing of type integer and array value we are passing here. Now we get the value of array. One by one, and we can use test method here, predicate test of x1 value system.out.println print x1 value So I will test one by one value from the array for the predicate what we are passing here. P1 predicate I am passing for the P1 test one by one value. So it will find out the value that are greater than 10. So let's say this example. Let's run this example. Java C -d dot. The Java. So these are the different predicate. Compile this example. Let us run this example. Java simple feature is logical operator. So it is printing the value that are greater than 10. So let us check the second predicate also. We are passing second predicate P2 and print even numbers. So it will passing this predicate method parameter to the M1 method and the array of the value. It will iterate the array and it will find out every value. It will test. So every value it will test with this predicate I modulo 2 is equal to 0, means they are the even. So print out the value that are the even. So let us compile and let us run this example. So these are all the even numbers from the array. It is printing now. Now let us check this P1 and P2, P1 dot or P2 and P1 negate. Now in this example I want to print number that are not greater than number. Print not greater than 10. Print the number that are not greater than 10. So let me pass P1 should not be greater than 10 and the value of array I am passing here. So as you are passing P1 dot negate, this is a predicate and array value you are passing, you are iterate the array value and you are testing each value from the array with the predicate, that is a P1 dot negate. It should not be greater than 10. That is the meaning of the negate. So let us save this example, let us compile and let's run this example. So 0 and 6, these are the numbers that are not greater than 10, or else less of the values are greater than 10. Now let us print the number that are greater than 10 and that are even. So P1, we are passing P1 and P2 array value to M1 method. So P1 and P2. It's a combination of two predicate with the help of AND method. It will check both the condition within the array for each and every value, whether it is greater than 10 and it is a sum. So it should be 10 greater than 10 and it should be even number, then only it will print. So in that case 6 is not greater than 10, so it will not print. 12 is greater than 10 and it is even also. 24 is greater than 10 and even also. 31 is greater than 10 but not even number, so it will not print. 34 is greater than 10 and even also. 49 is greater than 10 but it is a not even number, so it will not print. 40 is greater than 10 and even also. So let us take this example and let us run this example. We are compiling this example and we are running this example. So it is printing 12, 24, 34 and 40. The same way I want to print the number that are greater than 10 or even. Either it should be greater than 10 or it should be even number. So P1 or P2. Let us, it will iterate one by one value in P1. So for each we are using here, it is a testing for this prediction, for this predicate. P1 or P2, this is a predicate, it is testing each and every value. So it will take one by one value and check it is greater than 10 or it is even. So if you see that 6 is not greater than 10 but in our condition it is an even number, so it will print 6 also. So it will print all these value because every number it is greater than 10 or number is even. So let us compile this example and let's run. So it is printing all the values. 6, these are the value it is printing here. So friends, this is how you can use predicate and the method and or negate along with the predicate to test multiple predicate value with AND operator, with the AND method, OR operator with the OR method and negate with the negate method.